Population is boon or a bane. World population is a challenge for global world. Why it is increasing? Simple phrases used for this: population explosion, population a time ticking bomb, population a non-traditional challenge for third world countries and poor countries. So why population has increased so much? When we look in a historic perspective, in first AD, the population was 250 million. And in 1650 AD, it was 500 million. And in 1974, it was 4 billion. And today, 2023, it is 8 billion. Why the population increase in previous era? In 1650, after the era of industrialization, capitalism, and urbanization, population has increased because there was need of labor to run the industries in Europe, and it further expand in other part of the world. So currently, when we look at the top most populated countries, China is number one. India is crossing soon. It will cross. It has 1.4 billion population, and US has number third, whereas Nigeria has highest population, Brazil has highest population, Pakistan is the fifth most populated country. So world population is a challenge, and it leads toward the degradation of environment, climate change, and non-traditional security threat like food insecurity, climate crisis, human insecurity, health crisis, educational crisis, and environmental pollution. So in context of Pakistan, when we talk about the population, and in Pakistan, it is also considered as a threat, population explosion. It is not used as a demographic dividend like Nordic states, G7 countries, and how Japan has controlled population, China, one child policy. When we look at growth rate, Pakistan has 2.55 growth rate, India has 0.7%, China has 0.1%, Bangladesh has 1.1%, Iran has controlled its growth rate, whereas Japan has 0% growth rate. And in context of fertility rate, per woman child in Pakistan is 3.6. So fertility rate in Pakistan is 3.6. And in 1971, when East Pakistan and West Pakistan were two parts of Pakistan, in West Pakistan, the population was 60 million. In East Pakistan, it was 70 million. So East Pakistan has more population at that time. But today in Bangladesh, there is 170 million population, whereas Pakistan has 241 million. And with this growth rate, in 2050, there will be 350 million of population. And if the world could not control population, then the population of world will be 9 billion in 2036. So this is a challenge. It is discussed in research and in many authors who has written on this, like Stephen Hawking in his book, The Answer to Big Question. He talked about that in after some years in 2026, people will standing shoulder to shoulder, and there will be no space for moving. So this will be the population expansion. So what happened with population growth? It lead towards positive effect as well as negative effect. Mostly in today's world, the issues of food security, the issues of scarce resources, the issue of water crisis, and many other basic needs which is not available to all the people. So this is going to become a challenge for the world. So every year, 11th July is celebrated as World Population Day. So in context of Pakistan, why we are not using it as a demographic dividend? The first thing, we have no clear-cut policy. We have no population control policy. We could not manage our population as a demographic dividend. So that's why we have a lot of issues. To address this, I am going to talk about solution of population expansion. We have to educate people. Media should play its role. Government make a strict policy, and it should be inclusive. And all stakeholders, religious scholars, community, civil society, educators, and families, to implement this policy, we should use the use of family planning and the program of family planning, lady health workers, also use of contraceptive. And furthermore, we need public and private partnership. We need to implement those who are implementing, working on this thing. We should provide incentive to them, while those who are violating the policy of population control, we should punish them. And the last thing here, we need to empower our women. We need to educate women, so there will be less child marriages, and then things will be controlled. On the other hand, when we see that Finland, Denmark, Norway, their total population is equal to our annual increase, that is 6 million. So they have utilized their population. We can learn from China, we can learn from Nordic state. Then we have to utilize our population as a human capital, demographic dividend. Thank you.